I wonder if you can hear my dog tap dancing in the background. But yeah, it's really important to be really aware of how our habits are influencing our behaviours, and that's ultimately influencing how much we're enjoying ourselves and how productive we're being and present we're being in our lives. Hey, it's Lucy Sheridan, the Comparison Coach. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am going to be talking to you about something which might even be in your hand right now, and that is your phone. Yeah, I know that sometimes we are starting to feel like we are devilishly addicted to our devices, and I get asked a lot about how do I deal with digital overwhelm? How do I deal with like constant updates and never putting my phone down? I know certainly for me as well, being on my phone so much and seeing what everyone else is doing, if I'm feeling a little bit vulnerable, it can really ramp up my comparison. In fact, when I was first going through a really dark stage of like 2 or 3 years of comparing myself to other people really acutely, it was one afternoon when I was scrolling my phone like under the duvet or something like that, and my phone got so warm that it cut out, and I realised that comparison had become too hot for me to handle, like literally. So if you're feeling like you're comparing yourself a lot because of your time online, or it's just very practically you're getting distracted and losing time because of how much time you're spending on your phone, your iPad, or on your device, then this is absolutely the video for you. So I want to share with you some of my top tips about having a really healthy and, you know, feel good relationship with your phone and with your device. And the first one is be really mindful about how you're using it. Like, you don't actually need to take it to the toilet, for example. We really have got to get used to creating times when we are having device-free zones. Also, it's really important to have a good look at what notifications you actually need, because when you're scrolling quite a lot anyway, do you actually need the notification to interrupt the time between scrolls? There's a really good chance that actually you probably don't, and that when you're seeing those notifications, you're being distracted, it's taking you off task or taking you out of a conversation or taking you out of the moment that you're in and distracting you with some sort of like fast food idea or random thing like someone retweeting something, which actually is not necessarily going to be nourishing or helpful. So I would say, if you can, and if it feels good for you, turn off all notifications, because if you're like me, you're picking up your phone enough to kind of check in that you'll see them when you open the app, and you actually don't need that blurting little window coming up on your phone. Another thing I think it's really important to bear in mind, because, you know, our phones can be such time suckers, can't we? Is bear in mind how much they affect us when we're on deadline or we've got to get to task. Like, for example, I've had people send me messages on Instagram saying, I'm actually going to fail my exams if I don't do something on my phone. What do I do? And I've said, put it on airplane mode and then put it in the kitchen drawer, like down the end of the hall or in somewhere else in the house. But if you can't trust yourself to not play on your phone, take it out of the situation while you deal with what's in front of you, whether it's revision or finishing that project. Something for me that I find works really well, and I heard this in the book by Jen Sincero, is when you've got a project to do or a task that you've just got to complete, like for example for me, writing client proposals or updating my website or writing course material or writing up workshops, they are projects that require me to sit down for a length of time, whether it's 40 minutes uninterrupted or maybe 3 hours or even half a day. So what I do is I work in chunks of time. So I'll set an alarm on my phone, but I'll put it on airplane mode. And for 1 hour, what I'll do is the thing that's right in front of me, whether that's tidying my kitchen cupboards or typing out a proposal, whatever it is. I won't go and make a drink. I won't go to the toilet. I won't check my phone. I won't look out the window. I will just do what's in front of me till that timer goes off, and then you're free to mix it up and do what you want, and kind of go about your business. And then it's time to sit down for another hour until it is completed. I wonder if you can hear my dog tap dancing in the background. But yeah, it's really important to be really aware of how our habits are influencing our behaviours, and that's ultimately influencing how much we're enjoying ourselves and how productive we're being and present we're being in our lives. So to recap, remind yourself that your phone doesn't actually need to go everywhere with you. Okay, take it to the gym to listen to music, but, you know, give yourself that time to have that time with your body and concentrate on your workout. Be really mindful of notifications you actually need. I reckon that you're probably online enough that you don't need notifications and those windows popping up. And also be disciplined and clear and focus when it calls for it too. We know that our phones, so I'm just going to stroke my dog. We know that our phones are a time suck. So what can we do to rise above that and do what we've got to do to deliver ourselves? Because I tell you what, if you're late on a deadline or you have to be working at 2 a.m. in the morning, you're going to really regret watching that Kardashians clip that you've seen before on Instagram. Am I right? Okay, give those a try. Meet me in the comments if you want to discuss. I always love to hear from you. And in the meantime, I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.